I'm gonna be dead ass. I feel like Disney owed Jay-Z some money. For Joe Gardner.
Oh.
Somebody at Pixar clearly listened to Black Album or Blueprint or something before they made this. You can't convince me that this character is not somehow loosely based off Jay-Z.
You mean like his face or his life?
Well, Jay-Z never played.
Okay, yeah, okay, so well, obviously.
I'm saying his face.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he got a mustache, though.
Who do? Oh, Joe Gardner. Yeah. Whiskers like a rat compared to beans you whack. What a disrespectful fucking song.
Whiskers. Hey, what's going on, everybody? First of all, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
If you are joining us today, I'm glad that y'all made it through. Welcome back to another episode of Cinecism. I'm Eric.
It's your boy Dante, man. And today we're going to be doing a review on the new Pixar movie, Soul.
Soul stars primarily Jamie Foxx and Tina Fey. It's basically about a musician. He's a music instructor. He's kind of living a subpar life. He's not necessarily fulfilled in what he wants to do professionally. He feels like as if he's not really living up to what his full potential is. What happens is he gets his big break finally when one of his former students asks for his help to join this band. And as soon as he gets his big break, he ends up having a fatal accident, a random freak accident, and gets transported into this afterlife where he's trying to basically get back to Earth and get back into his body.
He ends up in a place where the children are. It's like children that have not yet lived their life. They have to, before they're able to go down to Earth, acquire a Earth badge, which is like you've proven that you deserve to live. He gets linked up in a mentorship program with this kid named 22, does not really even want to be alive, very cynical person. Their plan is for him to get her a badge, essentially, but since she doesn't want to go to Earth, he'll just take her badge and be able to go back to Earth in time for this performance.
Well, let's talk about it.
Let's talk
about Joe.
Okay.
Voiced by Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe is a music instructor at a middle school. Yeah, I was going to say they ain't look quite high school age.
Nah.
You can tell he's really passionate about what he does, but the kids don't really seem to share the passion.
He has one student named Connie who actually shares the same passion for music that he does. I think she kind of be trying to keep it under wraps just because, kids tease you when you care about stuff.
Right.
You can't want to see anything.
He cares. What a lame.
The thing about Joe is he has an obsession with jazz almost. He's kind of let his passion in a lot of ways sway him from not living a fulfilling life because he feels like if he's not doing jazz or performing jazz full time, then his life is somehow meaningless. I don't think he appreciates a lot of the little things. It seems like he's let a lot of his life pass him by.
I mean, he's got a relationship with his mother, but it's an estranged relationship. They're not really close because she pretty much feels like I don't want to say a failure, but she doesn't feel like he is living up to his potential either. But in a different way. Yeah, but not in the same way that he feels.
Well, she's right in that him pursuing his passion is not really producing anything lucrative. Like, he's not able to make a living off of that, and she's concerned he's not going to be able to support himself, especially at his age. Because what do you look about, 40? Oh, yeah, Joe should have died, man. I don't know what that's about. Right?
What you mean?
Joe fell into a manhole several feet below. The worst thing about it was that he was unconscious and in a coma, but he had no broken bones.
I mean, we don't know how far down it was.
Nigga, it's a manhole, regardless.
I mean, I know, but yeah.
He would have sprung something. I don't know if he'd been performing that night. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I mean, that I can agree with.
Not in a body cast, but
yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. That's all I'm saying.
22?
22.
So you have 22 voiced by Tina Fey, who has been in this afterlife, or I guess before in her life. Case, before life for a long time. She's went through several different mentors, and she's been deemed untrainable by everybody that she's been through. She's very cynical and sarcastic, and she has a pretty bleak outlook on life on Earth.
A lot of her cynicism and cynical behavior, cynicism pun intended, is in relation to just fear. Like, she kind of scared of the world. It's more comfortable for her to just be like, yeah, I don't want to do it, I don't care, than instead to try. They get a chance to go back to Earth. Joe gets stuck in the body of a cat. 22 actually gets stuck in Joe's body, and through being in Joe's body, them two being together, she starts to really see what living is all about. And even Joe, through her eyes, starts to kind of get a better understanding of what he might have been missing.
You know what a takeaway for me was watching this movie? It made me realize women in comedy, when they do these voiceovers, I feel like they have like such a natural talent for like bringing out the heart in films. I've noticed they always do such a good job when it comes to those emotional notes to me. And Tina Fey really did that. She made me really sympathize with her character.
Yeah, she's the heart of the movie because, I mean, she's the one really with the most arc. Joe has an arc too, but his is more so at the absolute end of the film. It's her, like, you get to see her actually develop into somebody who goes from not wanting to even live or care about life to really becoming immersed in it and developing a lot of these passions. And you could just see her eyes light up. On that note, how'd you feel about Jamie Foxx's Joe?
I thought he did great. As a character, he had moments of being annoying, but it was meant to be that way, until he had his art. They wanted him to see you in one light, but over time he developed into a much more likable character once he started to see some of the flaws in his actions.
I was unsure going into this movie or how I would feel about it because this is the first time. Yeah, as much as somebody can be a great actor, I think voiceover work is just different. You know, it's hard sometimes, especially when you have a distinguishable voice, to actually be believable as a character.
I think comedians in general just have I feel like they just do a good job at it. Like more so than, your average actor or actress.
Could be because they got to be animated on stage a lot.
That's a really good point.
So, it kind of comes across a little bit more natural. But I enjoyed Jamie, and I really was going into this movie wondering if I was going to see Jamie Foxx as this character or just be able to see the guy. And I ended up just seeing Joe, which I enjoyed. I thought he did a really good job.
What did you think about the designs and animation and all that?
I was going to mention that. They did a great job, bro. They did. This is probably the blackest Pixar movie I've seen in a while.
100%.
Princess and the Frog is a Disney movie, and I mean, they black in there, but it's also a period piece because it's like kind of back in the day. This is modern terms, and these people look like his barber had a beard. He looked like Rick Ross.
I really like the hair textures, man.
They did a great
look
job.
like really like natural.
When he got a haircut, I was like, yo, it looked very authentic. I like the character designs in this movie. I thought they did a really good job. Joe had a very distinguishable face, to say the least. I wasn't a fan of his character design, man. I felt like he looked...
His face was too long for you? Is that what the problem was?
His nose, man. It's like, come on, bro. What are we doing here? Nobody...
He called that man ugly.
I understand it's a cartoon, but I felt like other cartoons didn't look as crazy as him.
There was one dude...
you talking about that nigga in the barbershop that was hating on him?
Oh, yeah.
He
had some exaggerated features, too.
Looked nuts. I like the simplistic design of the souls themselves. They're very distinguishable. They're very recognizable. They stand out on screen. They had great colors and whatnot, but it's very simple.
It is very
extremely simple.
The entire concept of the before life and afterlife was just really unique to me. When I saw it for the first time, I was like, this is it. It's just so bizarre looking, but I appreciated the creativity and the uniqueness of it because I never really seen portrayed that way. And let's talk about the little, what was it, the Great Beyond or whatever? That bullshit. What was that? What was that about? Bro, it looked like a bunch of flies getting zapped in a little light, electric light fixture outside.
I'm like, oh God, I feel Joe. I feel where he coming from.
Everybody was just so complete, they were so okay with that.
I guess they knew what time it was. It was like shit, man.
I'm gonna need some answers though. I guess they talk about that in the seminar, but Joe he didn't want to sit through the seminar, so he didn't know what was going on.
I thought it was interesting to have people that were able to interact with the astral plane or the afterlife, because that one dude that was alive.
Oh, you talking about when they get in the zone or whatever?
Yeah, but the other guy, he wasn't in the zone.
You talking about the dude that was flipping the sign?
Yeah. Oh, he was.
He would really get into it. He would ascend into whatever that, like you said, that plane or whatever. People get in the zone or whatever. I mean, I guess that was, I ain't gonna say that was his passion, but clearly he was feeling whatever he was doing.
But the thing is, they showed people. See, I thought he was on something else. I thought he was on PCP or something.
Come on, man. It's a kid's movie.
I felt like he wasn't in the zone because when they showed people that they were doing the activity that they were in the zone about. He had a ship I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, I see your point.
Oh, the cast.
Oh, yeah.
They had a Felicia Rashad. Apparently, Angela Bassett played
The singer.
Yeah, Dorothea.
Yeah.
She played Dorothea. I didn't know that at first. Questlove played
his old
Curly. Donnell Rollins played the barber. I knew I recognized that voice.
Oh, that I didn't know.
Yeah, I knew I recognized his voice and was like, man, I gotta find out who that is.
Have Jamie Foxx and Tina Fey worked together before?
No, I was gonna ask you how'd you feel about their chemistry.
I liked their chemistry, man. I thought it was really natural.
They played off each other really well.
What did you think about the overall theme or message of the movie?
It took me a while to try to understand exactly what they was trying to say. I think they were just trying to talk about living your life to the fullest. Even if you're not doing what you feel in your heart you should be doing, you can still find joy out of life. I think they were saying that passion is great, but don't let it become an obsession. Please don't let it consume you to the point where you're not appreciating your life and appreciating the people around you.
It's not like in your face. No. They don't make it really direct as what the overall thing. I think they want you to kind of interpret it. As you said, I think that's what the basic, at least, message is.
I thought it was really profound when he did the performance, right? He finally got to do the performance that he had been building up to do.
Oh, yeah.
And he killed it. He bodied the whole thing. And he left when he was actually talking to Dorothea. And he was like, I've been wanting this my whole life, and I just thought it would feel different. You could just tell that he still was not fulfilled, and I think that's a very important message, man. Like, a lot of the times we feel like we have to have a certain thing, we have to do a certain thing in order to feel whole.
Yeah.
And the truth is, like, if you don't have some type of inner, if you don't have some type of inner happiness, whatever you want to call it, it's really nothing that's going to fill that void. There's no thing that I think can probably fill that void outside of you finding some type of joy beyond anything that's here. There's got to be some type of higher joy that you find that's beyond something material.
Life is full of so many variables. You don't have to do any one particular thing to be happy.
Yeah.
You can do a variety of different things that make you happy, that contribute to your inner happiness. Yeah. So the main point is, like, don't get obsessive about any one particular thing, because it's so many elements in life, or whether it be people, relationships, finances, or your career. It's a lot of things that contribute to a person's happiness, because human beings in general we're complex creatures. So
Pixar are always deep for kids movies usually.
Man, I would have liked to see what became of 22 once she got to Earth.
I thought that they was going to show like years later, and you get to see what Joe had lived to, and then he was going to like get to meet her in real life. I thought that might have actually made me cry if they did that. Like, if she was a kid and he just knew it was her and she knew it was him, maybe no dialogue, and they just kind of understood, I'd have been like, oh my God. I did think that though.
Do you think they'll make a sequel to this? Would you want to see a sequel to this?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I felt like that was closure.
Pixar movies need to be, most of them are standalones, in my opinion. A movie like this is like, dog, because the whole concept of him dying is like, nigga, you gonna die again. Like, what the nigga get gunned down after a jazz performance? Riverside Joe!
Overall, I thought Soul was a pretty creative concept. It really explored some things in a way that I don't think I've really seen explored in animation, at least. Acting was great too. Everybody had good chemistry. Animation was beautiful. I really appreciated the character designs and the textures, not only of like the black people's hair, but also some of the surfaces within the environment. I thought they brought a very realistic look to like a very animated movie. I'm gonna have to give Disney Pixar Soul a 8 out of 10.
Pixar usually don't miss, so I have a lot of confidence in them and their movies. Very good concepts in this movie too, outside of the fact that it was funny. It had funny moments. It definitely had great voice acting, good chemistry. I thought the overall message was really good to hear. For me, I'm going to give this 8.5. I thought it was very good. Very well done.
Thank y'all for tuning in to our review of the Disney Pixar movie Soul, and hope y'all enjoyed that review. I definitely would suggest checking out the movie. It's a very original movie for Disney and Pixar, so I think a lot of people will enjoy it.
And if you guys have seen Soul, please let us know what you thought. What's some of your favorite moments of the movie? What y'all think of the voice acting? Where y'all kind of put this in terms of Pixar movies overall? We'd love to know.
And if y'all have any suggestions for any future movies you would like us to review, or trailers or series that you found interesting, drop a comment below with any suggestions you might have.
Well, we appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah, thank y'all.
Peace.
Peace.